Gentlemen and the fairest of ladies, welcome back to the best of the worst reality TV review with your hosts, Kitzh and Cassandra, where we go all the way into Married at First Sight. Hello, lovers. Welcome to Valentine's Day special with our what we now commonly refer to Kay as Sex Pest Week, or night at least. Where do we get stuck in?
Well, before we get stuck into Sex Pest Week, which I'm happy to report, as you would know, wasn't as hideous as I had imagined. But just
Hmm.
before we get in, there's two things I want to bring up. One is, did you get an ad to be a cast member on moderndatingcasting.com.au for a new
I
show?
did not. No,
Do you want to
raging.
go on it?
Sure.
We're going to organise that application for you.
We need to see those application forms and see what boxes you should be ticking.
That's right. I mean, it's a different show. I don't know. They had
Hmm.
scenes of people like walking in the park looking happy because, they're not a tragic single anymore. But yeah, I'll get some more information. My eyes and ears pricked up when I saw that. And then the second thing I wanted to bring up, because
Hmm.
you've mentioned it a couple of times and I haven't really known what you were talking about, but tonight Jack's laugh was very, very featured, I thought. And
Thank
yeah,
you. Thank you for noticing.
I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Do you think that they will remain together even just because of his laugh? Did you like his
No,
laugh, I should say?
n-
Wait. Okay, good.
no, like, I mean, I'd probably like it if, at a Sunday session in a pub, in a beer garden, everyone's getting a bit,
Mm,
bit drunk, and I hear that laugh sort of in the background. I'd probably think that was kind of fun, but in the domestic space, not a chance.
yeah. Oh no, 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 no. He wouldn't survive. He wouldn't survive a week with me in that small apartment.
No, no. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah, everyone got the full effect of that laugh tonight. I was very pleased.
oh, it was featured several times. It's like it was
Mm,
a deliberate star of the show.
yeah.
Gross. Anyway,
Hmm.
moving on. Who should we start with?
Should we dump in? Dump in?
Let's dump him.
Jump right in. Let's dump in. Will Dom, who I like to now refer to as the Dominator,
Hmm.
is she going to dump Jack after this week? Who? What do we think?
I'm not sure that she'll dump him this week because they do seem to get along. And, I thought
Mm,
he handled that whole sort of semi meltdown that she had. A theme tonight. We've moved on from feet and water. And the theme
mm,
I thought tonight was about people feeling undesired by their partners, which I think we can all relate to in some capacity. I sure can.
mm.
Look, she was wearing her nice, cute little bright pink cropped jumper that I loved.
Yeah, that was
He
cute.
was
I
sipping
like that a
his,
lot.
is it water and lemon that he has in his cup? He was sipping that with his little finger out, and that was quite sort of fun. Um, he talked about his comfortable sex that he likes, which again, I think we all enjoy that, or we have all enjoyed that. I,
Mm,
of course, have said many times I'm a never nude and don't enjoy any of that sex pest business. But historically, sure, a bit of comfortable sex, that's fine. Just maybe not in week one with the Dominator.
yes.
And she did sort of look at him at times with the look of, oh, I just need to put you in the bin. Like, I just am not into you.
Mm, yeah, but it was her insecurities. She was not feeling that, reciprocation from him, that she wanted to have her clothes torn off. But I felt that the more pressure that she put on him, the less his sex drive was feeling
Oh,
her.
for sure.
Um, yeah, I think she was grilling him a little bit and making him nervous, making him back away. And I thought that tonight as well, there was a lot of expectations. People had too much, too many, or none at all for what was going to happen. Um, but also, I thought Dom was very serious. He wasn't having any fun with it all. Like he was a bit nervous, twirling his feather. And She did not like that. It was a distraction from her serious words that she had to say. But you're right. He brought it back to a bit of laughter. Let's have some fun with this. And she said at the end, she's like, right, I'm just going to put myself out there. And I have to say, I think that's what she's been doing the whole time. But look, let's see where it goes.
Yeah, I wouldn't describe Dom as a retiring flower that we really need to sort of get out of her shell at all. And when she's talking about getting out there, I mean, that's a phrase we normally talk about when someone perhaps has been staying home a lot, reading books,
Mm,
watching reality
mm.
TV. Some people have said that to me after, 2 years in lockdown. Get out there, go out, get out there, put yourself out there. I think going on a reality TV show and getting married to a stranger and demanding sex from him is pretty out there. I don't think she needs to get out there any further.
No, I agree. I think she just needs to just chill, just go with the flow, see how it all rolls. They've got the sex box now, all those toys. They're gonna be fine. They'll be fine. They'll get in the flow of it.
What do you think he would have to do sexually to make her feel attractive?
I think she definitely wants, you know, clothes torn off her at just random moments throughout the day.
Yeah, I was thinking a bit of bend over the couch,
Yeah.
you know, standing up doggy type thing. I'm sure there's a real name for it, but it's not pegging. um, that sort of thing. And
Yes.
it might be hard for him to, realize what is going to make her feel desirable if she doesn't spell it out to him. And then if you spell it out, that ruins it and blah, blah, blah.
Mm,
So we'll see. We'll watch this space. I quite like them as a couple, even though I probably would never want to spend any time socially with either of them, let alone both of them.
no, I'm with you. I don't know if I've warmed to Dom yet. I don't know. And Jack, you know my feelings. I can never remember his name, or all I remember is his laugh.
Yeah, he's
It's
invisible. He's
just,
just an invisible
yeah.
laugh floating in the air. He's kind of, yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Cellophane, like in the musical
Mm.
Chicago, which is fantastic. You should see it if you haven't.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Right, book it in. Book it in. Where do we go to next? Another couple that were looking for some being expressed quite clearly what you wanted. Samantha and Al,
Oh, I
one of
love
your favorites.
them. Are
I know.
they the most photogenic couple you've ever seen in your
Oh,
life?
so gorgeous. I was really feeling their just cuteness tonight.
Oh, I know. Were you pretending that Samantha was you? Because I was, and I kind of felt a few like little stirrings, but I'm still a never nude. It has not an extreme, but I might get some extensions like her because my hair's kind of the same color. It's just a bit shorter.
They're fab, aren't they? She looks so just gorgeous. She's beautiful. And she wasn't feeling desired by him.
Oh,
How?
it's just
In tears about it.
it's the theme tonight, and it's not fun. I don't
No.
watch this show for to watch people being upset. I want them to be
Mm.
throwing vases and wine and cracking the shits and being sex pests, even though I pretend I don't want to see that. I just want light level trauma, not
Yeah.
actual crying and being upset about things like that. So I'm finding this whole episode a little bit uncomfortable. But they did
Mm.
really well at the gazing exercise.
Oh my god. Well, I was looking at Al and I was thinking, does he ever blink? He's so earnest and his eyes are just so wide open constantly. He's like, what should I do next? How can I impress her?
Yeah.
And they did very well at that.
He does have a starey thing going on. And she did
He
say
does,
at
doesn't
one
he?
point, you look like you're about to go to war, which is, might have contributed to the fact that she's not feeling desirable because who wants to see that look? What is that look? Like a look of sort of determination, anger, and fear? Not
mm,
sexy, is it?
Not sexy, no. But he probably did have a little bit of all those emotions considering that she'd rejected him twice.
Oh, so
You know,
don't men get
not
rejected all the
evil.
time? Not him, obviously.
Not him. I don't know if you picked up as well when Alessandro was with them that they both seemed to be wearing the same dusty colored lip gloss or lip color. And I wonder if they'd had a little smooch before Alessandro came in. It was quite taking on both of them.
That
They're both so
a
pretty.
telltale sign that you picked up, Kay. Very good. I did not notice that at all.
Mm.
I did notice he knows about milk, which I was impressed with.
Would you have 4 day off milk in your coffee or cornflakes, whatever he was having?
Well, maybe not now, but in the days when I was less financially secure, let's say. In
Mm.
fact, I was povo, absolutely povo. For sure, I would have had that. And I remember eating, your packets of grated cheese.
Oh yeah.
Ours had gone moldy in the crusty share house I was living in. And it's a bit hard to pick it all out because it's already grated. Like on a block, you can cut it off. So we're like, oh, okay, we'll just go with this. We'll just go with this, and we've eaten that. So I've eaten expired food in my past, in my youth. So he seemed to know that you can drink it until it curdles, so it's all good.
It's fine. Makes you stronger.
Spoiler alert, I survived.
Well, I think that might have added to her reluctance to kiss him. Until of course they were watching the movie and he didn't pick up on her cues, her come to bed cues.
Some
Guys,
people are
guys, guys.
very myopic. So if they're watching a movie, they're focusing on that. There's people like, have you had jobs where there's people that can only do one task at a time and they have to do start to
Mm,
finish with no interruptions, and that's how they are. And we need those people because we've got to get that stuff done. He might
yes.
be like that. See, I'm the opposite. I do like four things at the same time and take phone calls and forget things and all that. Um, but yeah, he might be one of those myopic ones. Maybe that's why he's such a good carpenter.
Yes. Like full vision, full tunnel vision, focused, dedicated, and that's what he's going to be for his wife. It's like, I'm going to do whatever I can to make you feel loved.
Mm.
And there were some good words, strong words from Al.
He did handle that really well. I mean,
Mm,
I call bullshit on all of it, but he absolutely had the gift of the gab then. But
mm.
going back to the myopic person, especially,
Mm.
let's talk about men watching TV, especially sport. They
Oh,
tend not to
yes.
see anything around them. I do remember girlfriends in the past have told me that they have at times taken all their clothes up or maybe wear some lingerie or a swimsuit
Oh,
and actually stood in front of the TV to get the attention of their partner, because there was really no other way that they would notice. Like they could be standing next to them in lingerie or sitting, they would notice. Like it's like not happening until it's right in front of the TV that they're watching.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And in some ways, I mean, like, okay, sports game, it's there, it's in the moment. You want to see how the teams play out. It's a one-time thing. He was watching a movie. He can pause it.
Oh, of
He
course.
can come back to it tomorrow night.
Yes.
You know,
Is it that compelling compared to?
I know. What was he watching?
We need to know the
We need to
movie.
know.
Yeah.
We need to
What was it?
know.
If it was like Shawshank Redemption, yes, if you've never seen it before, you probably would be really
Oh,
compelled, but everyone's seen it 10 times.
yes. Maybe he hasn't. He's young. He's only a
Yeah,
baby.
that's true. Yeah, we've got to
Hmm.
get. How would we? Can you? What about how's your letter writing going, Kay?
I'll add it to the list. Producers, I've got a long list for you.
Oh, who's next?
Wait, 1 minute,
Oh,
1 minute.
yes,
Back up, back up. I just have to say, Sam's fashion again. She was wearing a different pair of cowboy boots. They were white this time. Loved them. And her rings, her
I
jewelry. Very
know.
glammed, gorgeous.
That kissing
Just on her
scene
wardrobe.
was
Yes.
particularly beautiful, especially because of the jewelry that she had
Oh,
on.
yes.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Definitely. Maybe we can find out who this, company she's been working for as
Oh, it'll
well.
be on Insta for sure.
It
Yeah.
will actually. Yes, I need to, up my Insta game. Um, So who's next? Right, our little love kittens, Olivia and Jackson. Did you notice the nip
I
shot,
did.
the nip slip? Wow.
Oh, and it was so red against a white. It was like poppies in the snow. I would call that shade of lipstick if I was working in that field. I felt very like I felt strange when I. How did you feel?
I didn't really know what way to look. I thought, was that intentional? Is that, am I supposed to be aroused because is, Sex Pest Week? I wasn't ready for it. And Jackson, I have to say, have you ever heard the phrase, he's a bit of a thumb?
No, I have not.
Um, no, it's just, when somebody's face just looks like a bit of thumbs,
A thumb.
just not very a thumb, just a bit boring, a bit attractive, like unattractive. There's not much going on there,
How does it go
you
compared
know.
to, say, a face like a sucked mango?
Oh, that one I have not heard.
Thumb. It
Hmm.
sounds kind of the same because it would be smooth and round and it would just be orange. It might be this. It
Yes.
might be the same as the term I'm familiar with, face like a sucked mango, and you're saying face like a thumb.
Thumb. Yeah. So to see a little bit of his nip,
Ugh.
I don't know. I wasn't thoroughly
Oh no, it
impressed
was
though.
gross. Yeah, no, I'm so
Yeah.
glad that they had. What was it? A cuddle? What was it? I can't watch them. Was it a cuddle exercise? I'm so glad that they didn't nude up
Oh God. Yes. That's yeah. They were just hugging a lot, hugging dramatically,
and like, ugh,
just
I'm in
cuddling.
love. I'm in love. Like I love you. Like, blah,
Oh.
gross, gross. And the fat girl redemption thing is just starting to grate. Like we can talk about it here and there, but you know, a, an overweight person, and she wasn't even that overweight at 95 kilos, losing a bucket of weight doesn't make you more valuable. It doesn't make you easier to love. Um, I just, yes, we can talk about it, but I mean, not every day. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. But I'm glad she's now learning that, this physical attraction or an affection that she's getting from Jackson is showing her how beautiful she really is. Maybe she's just, I don't know, had some really bad boyfriends in the past. I think she has said that, who haven't shown her that or let her know that.
Haven't we
And she
all?
just thinks that, oh, I know, I know.
Yeah, I was skinny. I had bad
Uh,
boyfriends. Come on.
yeah,
That's how it is
yeah,
sometimes.
true. Yeah. As Samantha said, it's just men. They're just trash.
I believe it was fucking trash. Just for that exclamation point. That's what I used to say when I was teaching English. And I said, look, just think of the word fuck or fucking like an exclamation point. It doesn't have much meaning, it just makes it stronger.
Yes. Yes. Oh, she was adamant. So, Olivia's probably been through the same, same issues. Um, but just so you know as well, the reference for the thumb, when I think about it for a male actor, it would be Channing
Oh,
Tatum.
yes, he's very beige, like a thumb.
Yes. He's great, good body, but he just face, just a bit of nothing, just a bit of a thumb.
I find him very unattractive, but you know me, you know. Who do I
Hmm.
find attractive? Al. That's about it.
Because you want to mother him, because you're so good.
Oh, no, I don't think I do anymore. I really, I thought that, I just think they look beautiful together.
They do. Oh, they're so picture perfect together. They really are. Um, but yes, let's see what happens with them. Who else was causing a bit of stir in the bedroom tonight? Oh my lord! Well, we had Tamara and Brent.
Yes.
Oh, what is going to happen?
Do you think he's a secret billionaire? Is it one of those story arcs?
Maybe he did. Well, he did have lived the rich life over in Dubai, but he said he lost it
He
all.
did. Well, yeah, he
Maybe.
implied he lost it all. He said he lost quite a bit,
Mm,
but maybe he had so much that there's still
mm,
heaps left over and he's just kind of hanging out as a restaurant manager until this pandemic's over and he can go and make more
yeah.
billions over there. I don't know. Do you still love him after his hissy fit?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I do. I think he's really honest. I think he well, except for the fact that he's lying about being a billionaire. But maybe he's doing that because he can't find any honest women, and he wants a real woman who loves him for him.
that's what I
Um,
mean. Yeah, that classic story
mm,
arc that,
yes,
like How to Marry a
I'm with
Millionaire,
you.
that movie.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. So he's still fabulous, except for his dishonesty, but he's doing that to meet somebody
Yeah.
real,
I understand
you
that part. I'm
know.
okay with that part. The losing his shit, while Tamara, once again, second night in a row, is sitting there like a battered wife.
Oh, she is, isn't
I'm
she?
not accusing Brent of battering her, by the way, legal team. Um, but yeah, she was all cowering and looking all kind of timid and afraid again, just like she did last night. And then
Mm,
bad behavior, I thought, I don't want to talk about it. So that's the end of the conversation. And when she pushed that, I mean, there's cameras in your face. It's time to talk about it, mate. You signed up for a reality TV show, losing his shit, ripping his microphone off. It was like, do you watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Oh,
no, but I
please.
know I
You
need to.
do.
I
Yeah,
will. I
there's a
will.
character I love, Meredith. Whenever things get a bit heated or anything happens, she goes, I am not engaging, and walks off. And so just like Meredith, he was not engaging in this and he left Tamara there cowering in the corner. That's my take on it. But you still love him.
I do, because I think she was saying, the opposite of what she said last night. She was almost talking as if eh, everything that he had said, she had said. It was quite confusing. And he was like, she said, "Oh, you blindsided me."
She
And he had
did. What
only
does that
said nice
mean? He
things.
did. How
Yeah,
was that blindsiding?
I don't know. I think he really threw it back in her face and saying, "Well, you just don't like me calling it out as it is, and you don't like who you are for saying those things and being pretentious."
Oh,
So, yeah, I don't know, but I was concentrating very hard on the beautiful angel tattoo in his leg.
ugh.
Really liked that.
Yeah, you're into him, I can tell.
Oh, you know me.
His hair's growing a bit. It's not as chopper-reed anymore. I think it's grown maybe half a centimeter,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
great.
Mm.
Speaking of hideous men, how about Anthony and Selin?
Oh, stop it. Well, well, well. She wasn't picking one thing up off the floor or getting the house nice and neat for her husband coming
I
back.
thought that was hilarious. Any passive aggressive stuff I see on TV, I just start giggling like a schoolgirl. Funny as. I'd love to see his reaction in his private school accent, talking about how is it a good idea to move it? You know, that calm way he
Yes.
talks. Ugh. Whereas, if that was me, I'd just chuck it in the bathtub and turn the shower on or something.
And all she is saying is, "Why did I say stay? Why did I say stay?" She cannot wait to get out that door. So I'll be so intrigued as to how this week goes, because it did show a little snip of him like wandering in, his towel, wrapped around his waist, all wet again. Um, so we'll see how they get on.
Yeah, look, if that does a complete 360, oh, hang on, no, that would be the same. It's a circle. If that does a complete 180, I don't know. I'll lose my shit. I'll pull a Brent.
Yeah.
Metaphorically, I won't actually pull him, but you know what I meant by that.
Yeah. And speaking of haircuts,
Oh yeah.
somebody who was looking very well today was Cody.
Yes. She was
And they did.
dying to get into that bald spot.
Oh yes, yes, she was. She did a great job.
Did?
I wondered how they were going to get on after Alessandro popped around. Um, and I have to say as well, she was looking beautiful in a little white, fluffy, coordinated, tracksuit. Really liked that as well. But as Alessandra said, she had to just let her guard down, start letting him in, see what would happen. And I don't know, it's a hard thing to come back from. after everything. But as she said, couples who vacuum together stay together, and I wholeheartedly agree with that statement.
Why would you have two mini vacs in your apartment?
Well, she's a hairdresser. She's got a lot of hair flying around the place.
I think she was dying to get into that hair. And I think that's almost, you know how they say women have this biological clock, tick tock, tick tock makes them want to,
Hmm.
have a relationship faster and get babies out. I reckon he's
Yeah.
got his biological clock. Imagine an alarm clock on his dick,
Mm.
but it's attached to the hair on his head. Like the more hair that thins, that tick tock just gets faster, faster, faster. Tick, 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 like you're running out of time.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this
Thank
theory.
you.
So let's see if he ups his game and drops his pants.
Oh, look, he probably will, but he's just yet another person without a plan or a solution. Did you notice how he just kept talking words about
Hmm.
he needs to do this and blah blah blah, but he didn't actually come up with any solutions or plans on how he was going to do that. So watch this space. I don't think he'll ever have any, but there are rumors that they're still together, which I just don't want to believe. Don't want
Ooh.
to believe.
Okay. Okay. Well, they had a hug,
Oh,
so
Jesus.
I know. We needed one of those boxes sent to their door, but let's see what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah.
What do we have left?
Well, I just wanted
Gosh.
to talk about that very short, but leading into a very bizarre situation chit chat between Andrew and Anthony,
Oh yes. How could I forget?
where Andrew does this complete 180, which
Hmm.
sounds fun on paper for a reality TV show. But like I said, I want fluffy stuff. I don't want to look at actual mental illnesses or personality disorders. I just want fun stuff. So in this like 30-second conversation that we saw, Andrew's done this complete 180, had all these revelations overnight, very short time.
Hmm.
Andrew
Hmm.
talks sense into, hang on, Anthony talks sense into Andrew, which I
Andrew.
just
Hmm.
can't believe he could do on his own without some cue cards or something. Anthony's saying you're a lucky man, she's fighting for you. And,
Yes.
I'm looking at this in horror going, this is going to be Andrew's redemption arc, which is my worst nightmare. And then it happened, didn't it?
I know. Is this going to be like Brent and Melissa all over again?
Yes,
Bryce and
same
Melissa.
thing.
Um, yeah. Um, I know. Who would have thought? I really didn't, that didn't think that from his dressing down last night from the experts that he'd really, really captured what they had said. But between them and
Ugh.
Anthony and his, sweet dreams, wasn't that a lovely scene? Just seeing him like nod off and turn off the light and looking all, stressed on his bed,
Didn't he?
thinking of what he'd done to Holly.
And like waking up and crying on cue.
I know.
Oh,
Because he was so disappointed with himself.
yeah. Oh, look, that just either was really produced or
Hmm.
he's got a mental illness that should not be on TV. I loved but hated Holly's massive furry UGG boots.
Yes.
I don't want to see them in real life, but on TV, that was fairly interesting to see. But look, she again, just like Tamara, looked like some sort of broken, abused woman. I did like how the PASAG, the passive aggression again, when he texts her and says he wants
Hmm.
to redeem himself. Now, I can't help myself in these situations. Like, I think I've waited maximum half an hour before I've responded, even if I'm furious and angry, because the advice is always like, just sleep on it, just wait. But no, I never ever
Yeah.
can. But she doesn't respond, takes her makeup off quite calmly, I might say,
Oh, I love
and
it.
goes to bed. What a woman.
I know, love that restraint. I also had to note, I was looking at her when they were having the chat, and I was like, wow, she's so beautifully composed. Her forehead is so smooth, but not overly smooth. Like she just looks pristine. And then you know what I was getting? I was getting like, the evil witch in Snow White. I was getting
No.
those vibes. I thought she looked beautiful, like just classic, I don't know, just gorgeous and pristine. And yes, a little bit
Is
calculated. She was able to, let him come in there and do a little bit of the begging. Well, actually, his opening line was pathetic.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
done enough talking and I'm here to listen.
Yeah, again, get her to do all the work. But back to the Snow White
Exactly.
reference. Is that
Mm.
Maleficent?
Just the classic Hans Christian whoever tale.
Oh, the
The
stepmother.
old
Sorry,
one.
I had
The
visions of the witch that gave her the apple, and I'm going, that's not very nice, Kay. Um,
No, no, the beautiful queen. Maybe she does turn old in the end of it. God, it's been so long. It's been 400 years since I read the book myself, but I just thought she looked gorgeous. I'll put up a picture.
okay, all right, thank
I'll put
you.
up a
You
picture.
know I obsess
Mm,
over things like this if I don't know the answer. Um, I hated his whole stupid speech coming out of his stupid mouth, looking at his stupid ear while he's doing it. He speaks like a robot.
yeah.
um his truth, he has a fear of rejection. That's the most boring.
Ugh.
Both of their confessions were just so shit and boring and not even anything horrific like Holly said. They were just boring, and then we're waiting for this truth again. I'm at the edge of my
I
seat.
know.
They just
I know.
played me, and I'm going, what is it? Is it something in his past that he's recovering from? Like, it's got to be something big, and it's fucking fear of rejection and abandonment issues and seeking validation through sexual partners. What?
I know. I was with you every step of that way. God, come on, give us something else. So that's what he says is his reason for sleeping around so much. I understand, but wow, it's just come on. And then all of a sudden there was a box of Kleenex as well beside him. Did you
No,
notice
I
that?
didn't.
Like he'd been having a few little boohoos, and well, now I really like Selin. But I felt like saying, channeling my Selin here, who needs a Kleenex now, bitch?
Oh,
After he had offered it to Holly yesterday.
oh God.
Went, no, you keep your crocodile tears, mister.
And why are we, is this brand placement? Why is everyone saying Kleenex?
I don't know.
Can't we just say
We're not getting paid enough
tissues?
for this.
Generic
Yes,
tissues? What's
yes.
Kleenex? What we're going to start talking about hoovering next instead of vacuuming. Oh, yeah, I hated the whole thing. I hate him. Holly's reaction, I don't think she should have touched him. Like, ooh.
Yeah. At least he's not moving in. At least she's really, she's got the wall up. She's got no expectations, which is good.
Mm.
So let's just see what happens. And it does look like there's a lot of drama about to unfold with the group.
I know yeah, but
Um,
they always make it look dramatic. And I don't like where it might be going with the whole table turning on Holly, because in that couple,
yeah.
she's not the bad guy, unless there's stuff we don't know, of course.
Hmm. We only see 1%, as you told me last night, Kay.
Well, allegedly, I don't know. Imagine those camera people during Sex Pest Week. My God, how could you keep it together?
Oh dear Lord. Also, just bringing it right back to the very, very start. Do you remember when they were first showing their videos? Alessandra was saying that she had said, asked them all some very serious questions about their sex life and their preferences. And I think not one, but two of our, contestants or couples said, I have never told anyone else this before, but and then went in to describe their sexual preferences. And I was like, dear God, this is on video to the whole nation.
Oh, they're thirsty AF to get on the show. They'll say anything, really, wouldn't they? You're not going to say, oh,
Well, they
actually,
did.
oh, maybe sex once a week, missionary, because you wouldn't get hired.
They really want that $3,000 a week.
Yeah. And then all the self-pleasuring,
Oh,
like these people
oh.
obviously don't sleep in a room with children, because I can tell you the self-pleasuring here is not happening every day. Like for them, like where are you doing it? Oh, that reminds me. I remember I had a friend who told me that he was self-pleasuring once so hard in the shower that he broke the tile. and he had to tell his mum he broke the tile, like he had to make up a story, but it was actually from like really vigorous self. It was a male, obviously. I thought that was the funniest thing I'd ever heard at the time.
That is some pretty vigorous self-pleasuring happening right there.
Yeah. Have we covered everyone?
Um, Ella and Mitch just dipped in and
Oh,
out.
they
I think
did.
Ella was having some great fun with, tying Mitch up and torturing him, really, but probably loved it.
Yeah, well, my theory I talked about last night that he is thwarting her career because he can't string a
He
sentence together,
is.
so you can't put him on film really for long because you have to talk.
Yeah,
You have to talk on a TV show. So yeah, we're only seeing a couple of minutes of her each episode, and I love her. I want to see her.
I know. I really do. So hopefully, they get some communication skill challenges and he really starts, um, yeah, upping his game a bit so we can just see a bit more of Ella, really.
Well, it's totally possible. I mean, Andrew had a complete 180, and how many revelations did he have overnight? Like that was in a couple of hours. So Mitch can certainly get communication skills in a couple of days. I think that's realistic. Have
Hmm.
you heard there was a bit of brouhaha in the computer in the social media today about Selin
Oh,
saying something about she was sort of half forced to sleep as in sleep in the same bed, not sex pest stuff, sleep with
oh,
Anthony on the first night. You know that night that she um put all the pillows between them.
oh, yes.
So she was saying that she was
So,
sort of bullied into it by Anthony and the
oh
producers, which
no,
is causing a bit of a scandal. But I mean, when have producers not sort of half bullied people?
absolutely. So manipulative,
Bit of a storm in
really.
a teacup, that one, I think. But I haven't sort of heard any more major dramas today.
I have to say, I have not been scouting. I've been waiting for it all to unfold in front of my eyes to have the full effect. But no, I'm going to go on the hunt for some juicy gossip as well. And I'll be uploading it to our Insta page, ladies and gentlest of men.
Great. Okay.
Well, for now, darling, ta ta.
Darling, ta ta.